Good afternoon. Could I begin by welcoming you all to our historic town of Saltash, one of the oldest boroughs in Cornwall. It has been in Cornwall as a borough for over 1,000 years and intends to stay that way. Yay! Could I welcome in particularly the wonderful support and solidarity shown today by the mayors of other Cornish towns and their deputies who've travelled to be with us from Truro, from Hale, from Launceston, from Torpoint, from St Oscar, and the people have travelled from all over the rest of Cornwall to be with us as well. Could I welcome the Grand Bard of the Cornish Gorset, the Chairman of Cornwall Council, Cheryl Murray MP, hooray, Steve Gilbert MP, Trevor Foreman MEP, Andrew Long, the Deputy Leader of Mebby and Kernow, and Jen Forbes, the Vice Chair of Cornwall Labour Party. Can I also heartily include in our welcome our visitors and guests from across the border in Devon, Plymouth and the rest of England. It's really good to have their support today because like Cornwall they know that no good can come of this proposal. They know that you cannot take an arbitrary equation and use it to replace 1,000 years of feeling. And that is what this proposal to have MPs crossing a river does. This proposal that says that numbers are more important than people or place. This proposal that would disregard 1,000 years of history. This proposal that would ignore the right to self-determination of 500,000 Cornish people. This proposal that when it comes to Devon and Cornwall says you can chuck out politics, you can chuck out history, you can chuck out geography, economics, sociology, and you can replace all of those with mathematics. This proposal that would have an MP standing astride the Tamar with a foot on each bank. This proposal that tramples on the words of the Royal Commission into the Constitution more or less the last time this border was threatened. And they said what the people of Cornwall want is a recognition of the fact that Cornwall has a separate identity and its traditional boundaries shall be respected. Now when that boundary was last ignored for elections to the European Parliament, the late and much missed MP for Truro, David Penhaligon, said, "I shall oppose the orders. Others may laugh if they wish, but the Celts of Cornwall regard this as a sad day in their history, for it is the day when their boundary was ignored and denied." Well, that, my friends, there is the boundary. It has been for over 1,000 years, and it will remain so whatever any bill may say. Now, should anyone mistake this for a purely Cornish issue, let us not forget that many other areas in the United Kingdom will also be affected. The Isle of Wight will be split in two and part of it joined with the mainland. Anglesey will be joined with the mainland and have to share an MP. Dozens of county boundaries in England are likely to be crossed, ignoring the historic identities of millions of people. So here we are today to claim the recognition that the Boundary Commission talked about, to say that this is our boundary and we want it respected, to say that you cannot stampede over 1,000 years of history and replace it with the stroke of a pen or the wave of an occasion, to say that you cannot ignore people or place, you cannot ignore culture or community, you cannot ignore language or localism, you cannot ignore Cornwall. And if you do, and if you try, there's more than 20,000 Cornishmen will know the reason why.